Welcome to How to Start a Website 2.0. You can find the blog article that goes with this session at howtostartawebsite2.com/free hosting. Alright, so in this session we're going to go over how to start your account with WordPress.com, and this is free hosting, so if you were wanting to go with the paid hosting route with your own domain, then you're going to want to head back to howtostartawebsite2.com/free vpaid, and that will direct you to the right path. But today, this is about going with free hosting at WordPress.com. So let's head on over to their website. So that's WordPress.com. And here is their homepage. So the first thing that we have to do is sign up because we don't have a username or a password yet. So we're just going to click this Get Started button. And it's been a couple of years since I've been here, so I'm going to be relearning this stuff as quickly as I'm teaching it to you. So the first thing they want is an email address. So I'm going to give them the one that I use for Gmail. That's not going to work. That's not a that's not an email address. Let's try this again. There we go. How to start a website 2@gmail.com. And I need a username. Okay. I'll use, I like what came up. I'll use that. And let's see. I need to select a password. Let's do hide. That would be better. Okay, so after you've entered a valid email address, pick the username and the password. You can come down and it's asking you, well, what do you want your URL address? And this is the address that will show up in the navigation bar or the address bar of your browser. What do you want that to look like? And because this is a free site, .wordpress.com is going to be part of your URL unless you pay this fee, this $25 a year fee, to get rid of that. Now, a domain name costs less than $25 a year. That's why I don't understand why, if your domain name is so important to you, why you would be going this route. So I'm perfectly fine with how to start a website 2.wordpress.com, so I'm going to leave that alone. So what does this come with? This comes with a free blog. It comes with 3 GB of space, so you are limited on how big of a website you can build. You're not allowed to have ads. You won't have custom design. Video press is not included. And of course, you're not able to do your own domain name and mapping. So you're very restricted going the free route. But if you're just looking to put information out there and you have no intentions of trying to make money with this, or if this is just a matter of getting your feet wet, finding out if this is right for you, then there's no reason not to go this route. I did start this way. I spent a few months with a free site. Now, I was building a site for my daughter at the same time as I was going free for myself, and I was able to see side by side just what the limitations were and how restrictive this was. And after a couple of months of writing articles and getting more comfortable with writing, I very quickly switched over to a paid domain and hosting. But you're here, so let's keep going and figure this side out. Now, again, you can do paid hosting with WordPress.com. It's normally $166 per year. That's the price that is crossed off here, and right now they're offering it $99 per year. Again, if you go through some place like Bluehost, where you can potentially get it for as little as $3.95 a month, you can do better than this price elsewhere. But again, that's up to you. But we're going to come over here. We're going the free route. So we're going to come down under the free column and we're going to say create blog. So it says now check your email to complete the registration. An email has been sent to the email address that I supplied them, and I have to click that to activate my account. Okay, so let's go on over to Gmail, because that's who I have my account with. And I don't have either of those open yet. Okay, so how to start a website, and I'm going to need my password for that, which is right there. And we're going to sign in. And hopefully, yes, it is sitting there waiting for us. So, howdy, how to start a website too. Thank you for signing up with WordPress.com. Click the button below to activate your new blog. So, if we had a Staples button, we can push it and say, that was easy. All right, so now it's asking us to set up our blogs. It has a blog title, a tagline, and what English is going to be the dominant language on your site. Okay, so our blog title is How to Start a Website 2.0, and the tagline I'm going to go over and grab off of my site, just so that I don't have to type it out again. Of course, it might have been faster. So here's my tagline, which is helping you build your website in confidence step by step. So that is what I'm going to put in here as my tagline. And yes, English is my native language. But as you can see, you can write your blog in just about any language you know. But English is fine for me. So next step. So a little blue button at the bottom. So now we get to choose a theme. Okay, so they're no holds barred. They're like, let's dive right in and make it look the way you want right away, even though you may even necessarily know what a theme is. So the theme basically is the skin that is going to drive the design and the colors and the feel and the mood of your site. I'm kind of hoping that there's one in particular I would like to use if it's available. Can I do a search? No, they don't even give you the ability to search. So basically what you would do, and as you can see, some of these are not even free themes. You have to pay for them in order to be able to use them. So, once again, free is limited. They're only going to let you choose amongst so many themes in order to go completely the free route here. So I'm kind of hoping that there's a free theme that I worked with in the past that I'm very familiar with, and it has a lot more customizing ability, or is that custom ability? Is that a word? Than most other themes, which is the reason why I'm hoping it's available. I'm not seeing it available here, which is unfortunate. Okay, well, that just means I get to do more learning on the fly, and there's nothing wrong with that, is there? Okay. So, taking a quick look among what's available here, and again, anything that has the little green dot in the corner is paid themes, and we're looking to stay completely free for those who are just looking to get their feet wet, or for financial reasons. I mean, they want to do this, but there can't be any cost involved. Well, you know what? They have a responsive design here. We're going to go with that one because Google is all about being mobile responsive this day. So we went with responsive design, and we clicked on that, and it brought us to this page. Now we're on step 3, and this is customized responsive. So we can now customize it to look exactly how we like. It has custom menu, a custom header, a custom background, 1 column, 2 columns, a left sidebar, right sidebar, responsive width, theme options, full width template. You can even do a sticky post, and it has infinite scroll. So we can either click customize it, or we can click next step and bypass that. That's interesting. Let's click customize it. Let's get adventurous and see what comes up. Okay, so interesting. It comes up with nothing found. Don't panic, we'll get through this together. Let's explore our options here. And it has a home. I'm assuming that's our home page. And if I click on about, this is an example page on the about page, and it has a search bar. Okay, so over on the right hand side, it has something similar to a dashboard. Snapshots. Okay, so snapshots are a way to save your design. Customizations. And this tool is part of the custom design upgrade. Look at this. I mean, free isn't all it's cracked up to be. Once again, every step we turn, they're looking for ways to get you to buy into something. So buy a custom design for $30. Colors. Let's see with that option. So the background color we can change. The header text color we can change that as well. If you click in here, we can make this all different colors of the rainbow, and then or if you know what your hashtag code is, you can put that in yourself. We're going to leave that alone. The background color, and that's going to be this color here. As you can see, that's about where it is. That's that gray up there, and that's this coloring, and you can make that whatever you want it to be. I'm going to leave these at the default for right now. Let's go down to background image. Now there's no image here now. And if we click on that, you can upload an image. Now whatever you upload, it's probably, I'm going to guess, it's going to be, if it's too small, it's going to tile, but that would replace this gray, and you would have an image instead. Front. Let's see what front has to say. So you can choose whether to show a static page as your front page, or a dynamic view with your latest posts. Not having made any pages, I'm not sure. Yeah, see, if I click static page, I have to have pages built out in the back end before we can make this work. So we're going to leave it the latest post for right now. Custom design. Okay, so again, I mean, I have to upgrade for $30 in order to be able to do a custom design. Site title is what we already plugged in when we first created our account, and that's already in here for us. And then theme options. Well, nice. They have breadcrumbs, which you can enable. And breadcrumbs, if you don't know what that means, whenever you go into an interior page or post on your site, up above here, above the content area, this is your content area, they have these little crumbs, for lack of a better word, showing that where you are and how far in. It's like a directory structure. If you were, in your Windows browser. Sorry, Mac users, I don't know what the terminology is for your computers. I've never used one, but for Windows users, it's like being on your Windows Explorer, and you're in a folder. 3 or 4 folders in. It's showing you that path of where you are, and it's another way of being able to bounce around to specific folders or pages on your site. So that's what the breadcrumbs are. And if you don't like that, you can turn them off, and that would be clicking no here. I'm going to leave them on for right now. Do you want your blog posts to show as excerpts, or do you want the full blog post to show? And the difference here being that if all of your blog posts are together on one page and the person has not clicked through to see the individual post, that can make for a very, very long page with a lot of text, a lot of images. And for me, I've always found that to be overwhelming. I've never liked it. So I prefer the excerpts. Just give the person a title, some teaser text, and if it's enough to get them to click through, then they can click through to the individual blog post page and then read the whole blog post. It's what I've always preferred. So I'm going to say yes to blog post excerpts. Homepage call to action, use custom link. I don't see any reason to change that right now. And homepage call to action, custom link URL. Okay, I see what it's doing here. Okay, so you would be able to say exactly what you wanted to say in this little text bar here, and then you would give it the exact URL address that you want people to go to when they click anywhere to go back to what you consider your home page. Right now, we don't have any content set up in the site, so until we do that, we cannot change this. We're just going to leave it at default. And then we also have social links. So you can put in, I'm assuming, URL addresses to take people out to any of the social networks that you belong to. And you can fill in all that information right here. They've got Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, StumbleUpon, Google+, Instagram, Pinterest, Yelp, Vimeo, and Foursquare is the options you have right now. Again, later on, this is something I'm going to want to come back and fill in, but I'm not going to do it right now. Not sure that we made any changes. Maybe a couple, but to save them, you just click the save button at the bottom. And then it automatically takes us to the next step. We didn't have to click the next step at the bottom. So now, share your blog posts with family, friends, or followers. And here again, this is another place for you to, if you have a Twitter account, you can provide the information here. If you have a Facebook account, you can provide that information here. And what happens here is every time you click publish to a new post on your blog, it will automatically get shared with your Twitter account and with your Facebook account, so you don't have to do it manually. Again, this is something that I've experimented with in the past. Twitter has done fairly well for me as far as bringing visitors back to my blog to read. Not so much with Facebook. I'm not a big fan of Facebook, but Facebook works very well for others. Again, it depends on which platform are you most active on, and I've never been very active on Facebook. So again, I'm not going to set these up right now. I'm more interested in connecting with people organically right now, instead of just turning my social media channels into a place where I'm just constantly shouting my new content, because I found that can be a turn off to people. So I'm getting out of the habit, and I want to pick and choose what I share. I just don't want everything to automatically just with the concept of let's just throw everything at the wall and see what sticks, because people get tired of that after a while. So we're gonna bypass this. If it's something you want to set up, you just click either gray box, and I'm sure you have seen these connection apps many times in other places for connecting your social media, and you would just fill in your information, authorize the app, and you're connected. So let's go to the next step by pushing the blue button in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen. So step number 5, let's create your first post. And what would you like to post? Do you want to post a link, a quote, a video, a photo, or just plain text? And we're gonna start with text. So create your first post. Alrighty, and as you can see here, at least on this initial page, it doesn't even look like you have the ability to mess with HTML code. It's just the what you see is what you get editor. So again, I'm going to go back over to my other website, and I'm just going to copy and paste text in as soon as my my internet connection catches up with us. Hopefully I typed that right so we're not delayed here. Okay, so I'm going to go to my very first blog post, and I'm going to make sure I'm in the visual side, and I am just going to copy and paste all of this. Now it'll be interesting to see if that embed code works. I don't know that it's going to, but we'll find out. So we're going to paste that in. And we also have to give it a title. I always miss the title for some reason. So I'm going to come back over to my my website and copy, Control C to copy the title, and then I'm going to come over here and use Control V to paste. I don't have a photo for this, otherwise I could insert a photo right here as well. And do I want to tag this? Sure, why not? I'll say how to start a website as my tag, and we'll also tag it with introduction. Okay, so let's publish. Well, we can preview it. Let's preview it and see if that video link worked, because I'm not positive that it will. Yeah, there is nothing showing up there, and even the podcast. Oh, actually, I wouldn't expect the podcast short link to work because we're not able to do plugins. So before we say publish to this, let's do some editing. We're just going to take the podcast section out of there because that's not something I'm expecting we're going to be able to do here. I am curious to see if the video works. So let's publish the post and see what it looks like. Okay, so welcome to your dashboard. Okay, so it's showing us the very first post that I just created, and if I click on the title, it brings me in and lets me view, and yeah, see the video is not showing. So like I said, you know, once again, you're seeing a lot of differences between the way the paid hosting works versus being over here on the free platform. They do not work the same. That's why I'm saying if you want to avoid having to learn this stuff essentially twice, you may want to just start with the paid hosting in your own domain name. So what I'm going to do is view the original. What happens when I say that? Okay, well that just takes me to the website, and as you can see, the video is not showing. So up here in the upper right hand corner, looks like I'm trying to find the dashboard. Okay, the upper left hand corner is where we'll find the dashboard. So you hover over that, and then you can click on dashboard, and it looks like we can get back into the back end of WordPress.com, and this looks a lot more familiar to me because this is what it looks like in the back end of your paid hosting and WordPress install. So I'm going to go back to my posts. On the left hand side, I am scrolling down and I'm hovering over posts, and I'm going to say I want to see all posts because I want to take a look at the post we just created, which is how to start a website getting started. I'm going to click edit. And oh, and look at that. Inside here, you can see the text. That is interesting. So if I look over to the text, is my embed code there for my YouTube video. And yes, the embed code, I do believe, is that the embed code? No, it's not. That's interesting. Where would the where would the embed code be? Let's see. Okay, I don't know what that is. Can I turn that off? Apparently not. Okay, so what I'm going to try to do here is I'm going to go to the text on my paid hosting, and I'm going to grab that embed code again, which is right here where you see where it says youtube.com embed. That is where my video is hosted. So I'm going to copy clip that, and we're going to come back over into here, and I do believe it should show up right here. Now, if I come back over to visual, what does it show us? There it is. There. Okay, you're not going to be able to see it here, but you should see it at the front end. Okay. Now, the other thing that I saw that was kind of screwy is I don't know what this image alt thing going on is doing, when all I want is the take action now in the header 1. So we're going to get rid of all of that. And I know I said you wouldn't have to know how to do HTML coding. Okay, so I lied. Unfortunately, sooner or later you end up having to at least learn the basics. I kind of feel like it's inevitable, but and because I know it, it's so much faster to fix things in here than to fight with it out front. So now if I go back out front, there, now it looks the way it should. So we're going to update this. And if I hover, let's see, over here, in the upper left-hand corner, right below where it says Edit Post, I can say View the Page. And that'll take us back out to the front end and to that particular blog post. And there you go. Now my video is back. So probably if, from here on out, anything on my other site that I want to use the text to copy paste and then come into the dashboard here to copy into the text, this should work without this hassle that we just went through. I think it was because I initially pasted into the what you see is what you get editor. The acronym for that is WYSIWYG. That the back end code got messed up. So hopefully this is not something that you would run into, but if you do, now you know how to fix it. So there you go. Our very first post is on our website, and this video is probably getting pretty long at this point, and my only intention was to show you how to get an account started and how to how to get into your dashboard, and we've accomplished more than that. So in the next video tutorial, we will go through a little bit more slowly how to create pages, how to create more posts, and if you want a static page, I'll show you how to get back into the settings of how to set that up, and we can play more with customizing this design to make it look the way we want, so that the sidebar, which is over here, and these widgets show what we want them to show, and we have better navigation across the top. So stay tuned for the next video. Thank you for watching and listening to another session from How to Start a Website 2.0. This episode is just one of many available inside my online course. Register for free today at howtostartawebsite2.com/thevault.